I love the Demon Slayer anime. It is by far one of my favorite animes, and I happily jump around when a new episode releases. So when I found out the movie was coming out this week, I was beyond myself, ecstatic if you will. And in honor of the movie, I'm redesigning my favorite best demon girl, Nezuko, as a result. Hi, I'm your friendly neighborhood Fiend. Welcome to my Antics. Let's get into it. If you're a returning viewer, you may have noticed I look a bit different. Things have changed with my setup. I can actually talk now, and I have a dagger.
And let me see what you have! No!
You see, originally this video was actually supposed to be about me designing my VTuber. However, apparently the time-lapse of that didn't record at all. So I had to pivot, and I am still going to show off what I can do though, because I worked really hard on this, and I'm very proud of it. It's very scuffed, and it's definitely not perfect. I butchered a lot of the rigging, but it works, and that's what matters to me. As you've already seen, I have a few different toggles: basic arms down, me pointing, me using my dagger as a mic, and me motioning with my dagger. But I also have a few expression toggles as well for added pizzazz. I've got my mischief face, which I can't decide if I actually like or not yet. I've got my little angry face for when people are pissing me off. I've got my confused, concerned for your mental state face for when people are just absolutely baffling me. And then I have my, oh, yeah, is that so face for when I just don't know what to make of the situation. Now let's get to what you're really here for, Nezuko. I want to preface this video by saying my design is not meant to be better than the original design. I don't think there's anything wrong with her original design. I just want to expand on it. I also want to clarify that I haven't read the manga and I've only just seen the movie. I actually meant this video was supposed to be out the day I was seeing the movie, but then I moved and it got delayed. So yeah, this is just me having fun. It's all for funsies, and with that out of the way, let's get started, shall we? What originally gave me an idea to do this is that a lot of other demons look much more monstrous, I would say. For some, how they die is personified, whereas some is their specialty, and I think that would be really cool to bring more symbolism into Nezuko's design. I'm guessing they didn't fully lean into a more monstrous design to show how she retains her humanity, like more so than a typical demon would. But what if she didn't? So I got to work putting together a Pinterest board for my inspiration. I drew a lot of inspiration, especially from both the vines she has in her original design, as well as other features demons have had throughout the anime. With her overall pink color scheme, I thought it would be neat to bring in cherry blossom symbolism. You see, cherry blossoms symbolize both life and death, the beauty that comes with those, and how fleeting life can be, so I thought it would be really fitting. Then, with all that in mind, I got to work on my sketch. I wanted her to radiate a powerful energy. Like, you could just tell from looking at her that you were doomed if you messed with her. Just absolutely fucked. And by the end of it, I achieved that pretty well, I think. I thought it would be really cool to have it look like she's floating. I think it gives off that powerful aura I was going for. Then I added her horn, which I later changed to look like a blossoming cherry tree, because I thought that would be really neat. Then I added cherry blossoms all along her vines, as well as some additional vines, because I didn't think she had enough. Never have too many. before starting on her face. I tried to keep the nose shape and the bigger eyes she has in the anime, just translating them into my more realistic style. Before deciding giving her cherry blossoms for irises would take the design to the next level. And of course, I gave her classic snarl and furrowed brow. At this point, I was pretty happy with what I had, but I felt like it was missing something. She wasn't quite out of the ordinary yet. Eventually, I figured out that changing the whites of her eyes to a darker color and adding vines to her face did the trick for me. Then, with the basics done, I moved on to her clothes. I kept the design of her original outfit for the most part, only changing the torn spot in her kimono and belt to be larger so it shows off more of the vines she has. Honestly, it hurt my soul to cover them up, so this was the main reason for doing this. And I changed her belt to be a bit thicker to match what I saw while watching Obi tying tutorials because I preferred the look of it. I did some basic color blocking before moving on to my nemesis, lining and putting down flat colors. I feel every artist has a part of the process they don't like, and this unfortunately happens to be mine. I love sketching and I absolutely adore rendering, but lining and putting down flat colors just feels really boring to me. It feels like I'm just redoing the sketching phase all over again, but without the fun thrill of it being the first time. So, while I work on this, I want to take a moment to talk about my life story and what drove me to create this channel. For as long as I can remember, I wanted to change the world for the better with my art. It is my dream to give people what I didn't have growing up. You see, I grew up in a small, very conservative town with little knowledge on what it's like to be different. I felt like I was everything that they hated. I'm not only neurodivergent, having both autism and ADHD, but I'm also queer and trans, so having to navigate this space was really difficult for kid me. Looking back, I wish I could tell my younger self that there was nothing inherently wrong for me being different, that it was okay. But unfortunately, I can't, and I didn't have anyone else to do for me either. I don't want other kids, or people in general, to have to feel that way, and no one should have to, really. So the hope with my art and the projects that I create is to give people that space they might be lacking. The internet can be a beautiful place. Personally, it saved my life and gave me the space I desperately needed to be myself. But in the future, I hope to take this outside of the online space too. More and more, we are losing third spaces. And those are really important. People are just at their house, and that's really it. So the goal for this channel is to grow enough that I can support not only myself, but to be able to fund the creation of these spaces for people like me that lacked them growing up and may lack them currently. I want them to be free and just a fun, comfortable, accessible place that is welcoming of neurodivergency and being queer. We deserve safe spaces to have fun and feel free. So thank you all that have subscribed. If this is something you believe in too, or you simply enjoy the art I create, then you should subscribe and join me on this journey too. And that brings us to the final reveal. Unfortunately, with me moving, I didn't have time to fully render this like I usually would, but what do you think? Personally, I'm really happy with how her design came out, and I'll probably come back to it later when I have more time and fully render it. Then make a short about it or something, so that's something you're interested in. Stay tuned. But anyway, that's all for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe.